the whole of Europe has bought into the ideology that we're trying to excoriate from the United States.
It's been a part of it.
Exactly. It's not just bought in. I mean, you look at what's going on, and everyone talked about,
Germany.
60 Minutes in Germany. That is every bit as influential as it's ever been. So it's not just the United. Like, people talk about, like, hey, get out of NATO because, well, they're not paying their fair share. But maybe get out of NATO because they don't believe in liberal values like the freedom of speech anymore.
That was like the most amazing speech that J.D. Vance gave on Friday. I watched that speech and I was like, this is the kind of speech that we need to see all over the world.
Threw down the gauntlet.
He was just like, you're not upholding Western values. You're not vouchsafing Western civilization. What are you even defending yourselves for? Right. That was such a huge and good question.
I just want to say,
go ahead.
It is very based that we have a president who tweets. And then, that was 2016 or 2017 to 21. But now we have a vice president as well. Yeah. Because the current vice president is on Twitter
calling people dummies,
roasting these people, and I'm like, so it was Mehdi Hassan, I believe, who threw some critique over J.D. Vance's commentary, and he responded with, like, free speech, like, you shouldn't go to jail for insulting somebody, dummy. And it was amazing to see the vice president on Twitter be like, you're dumb.
Yeah. Well, you know what? This is like a reversal, right? Because John Adams was the first vice president, and he got into office, and he and George Washington didn't agree about anything. And so he was like, well, I'll just let George Washington govern, and I'll just mostly hang out in the Senate, which is what he did. And he did a lot of tie-breaking votes. But that set the tone for the vice presidency through the ages, where the vice president doesn't really do anything. And now I feel like with J.D. Vance, Trump's like, I need a second guy. We got a lot of stuff to do. We need two of us. We definitely need four hands to get this done. And so maybe J.D. Vance is actually reversing the tradition of the vice presidency and going to actually get things done. But just really quick with USAID, when that story started breaking, I was like, wait, I remember something about this from a couple of years ago. It was in 2022 that Samantha Powers went to Hungary and started giving a bunch of money to independent fringe media and LGBTQ causes because they didn't like Viktor Orban and they wanted to destabilize their government. And what they said was, what Powers said at the time was, we're upholding democracy in Hungary. And it's like, no, you're trying to destabilize a government that you don't like.
Right. And that's, but I think also the JD thing is because Trump is such a force, we need a JD and anyone behind him to kind of put themselves on that platform, because the left is going to pump money into somebody by 2028, right? And Gavin just burned up his opportunity. But
that was too soon.
Yeah, right. But JD is also showing, like, I don't play. And we needed to see him come out there and do that as consistently. So I think
his AI speech was good, and his Munich speech was good.
And he's preparing, like, this is the future. One of the things we're seeing in Trump, I know I felt this, him standing there, like, we got to remember, he got shot, y'all. Yeah. If we think in the head, if we think like, oh, just the raids got him pissed, he got shot. What do you think he's going to do?
First they went for his lady, and then they came
for him. Yeah. And so he's coming hard, and then coming behind him is the future. JD represents the young men who are in their 20s holding up that flag during those frat boys who were like, no, you're not going to destroy my country. Yeah. And while Kamala picks this old, raisin of a dude, little pansy boy, and Tim Walz, we get J.D. Vance, who comes from who comes from literally the garbage background, that you could say, if you wanted to say that, right? Comes from literally the bottom, and now he's here. So he had to show literally the world, like, look, you can come here too, American kid.
And one of the great things about J.D. Vance is he in that speech, he was talking to European leaders the exact same way that he talked to Margaret. He's like, I'm not putting up with your BS. Right. Like, you're not doing that.
Well, the same way he talks to everybody, which is what Trump does too.
Which is great. And it's also good. It was also good to see Marco Rubio. Which, not that I think that Marco Rubio is spineless or anything.
He's doing well.
He's doing really, really well, and he's carrying out the policies that Donald Trump wants. He's not. It's Marco Rubio is not. It does not seem like Marco Rubio has any interest in throwing a wrench into the works of the administration. He is there to do what Donald Trump wants, and that is refreshing. And it's also something that we need because like Mike Benz talks about the blob. It's the State Department, it's DOD, and it's CIA, right? So that's the three.
Well, he's the one talking about the tendrils too, or the butt flies.
Bot fly larvae.
Okay, whatever disgusting thing that is. And he's
you don't know what that is?
I don't want to know.
It's a parasitic fly that lays its eggs under your skin.
I actually want to hear the whole thing.
They lay their eggs under your skin, and you'll get like a bug bite. No. You get like a red bump, and then eventually it opens up into a hole, and the larva like is in your skin, sticking its head out, looking around.
Oh God, dude. Oh, bro.
It's gross.
Hey, wait, hold on. That's how I view the deep state.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah. See, exactly. Now you know how I feel.
It kind of reminds me. You remember Total Recall, the Schwarzenegger one?
Yeah.
Where the guy's like, yeah. It's good. Like that's what.
Have you guys ever seen like a lotus bloom or whatever?
Yeah.
Where it's like it's got all the little holes in the seed pods. Imagine that, but instead of seeds, it's maggots sticking, big ones.
Ew.
Smiling at
like
you.
our viewership's gonna drop by 10,000 right now. People are like, turn it off. It's gross.
Or go up by 10,000.
No. Hold on, guys. I really want to stress this. I hope everyone at home listening, whenever they think of the deep state apparatus, that vision of bot flies are in their brain. That association is a good thing.
Yeah, I think
Recoil in disgust.
Yes, I think so too.
I've mostly thought of like roots and stuff like.
No, that's too nice.
That is too nice. That's trees.
Flowers with trees, and there's
flowers, poison roots.
No,
when you say there's roots, I imagine like bunnies hopping around and
there's bunnies,
a smiling
but they have
tree
fangs.
singing a song.
Like fang bunnies, fang bunnies.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.